So I've been getting a lot of questions lately as to which is the correct angle the needle should actually enter the skin. Now when I think about it, we've covered some pretty in-depth subjects: how to tune a coil machine, hit and bog explained, correct needle depth, and yet we've missed out one of the most basic but one of the most important subjects. So let's right our wrong, guys, and put this one to bed. Hey everyone, welcome to this video. Now this video is going to be nice and bite-sized but bursting with information to show you the correct angle that your tattoo needle should be entering the skin. I'm also going to be covering some misconceptions, so when you walk away from this video you'll be armed with the knowledge to confidently hold your tattoo machine. So with all that said, guys, let's not waste any more time and get straight into it. So firstly, we're going to disregard the obvious wrong information out there. I've heard some crackpot advice over the years, with some people telling apprentices to hold their machines at really unnatural and weird angles, and then backing it up with even wilder claims, saying the machine needs to align with Saturn when it eclipses with Venus on the eve of the summer solstice, and then the ink will only penetrate the skin when the second coming of Beelzebub's orange is sacrificed with the staff of Merlin. Well, maybe not that extreme, but my point is we're only going to focus on the two most viable answers, and they are: some people say the needle should enter the skin at a 45-degree angle, and some people say it should enter at a 90-degree angle. So which is the right answer? Well, both of these angles are acceptable, but if we wanted to get technical about it, 45 degrees is the acceptable angle and 90 degrees is the correct angle. So let's take a look at both of these and firstly begin with the correct angle. The first reason 90 degrees is technically the correct answer is because the angle creates the least amount of resistance on the needle and therefore the least amount of load on the machine. A coil machine is considered to have a complete linear down and up motion with zero deviations to the sides. This is why lots of people consider coil machines still to this day the best machines to line with, to coin a phrase, loyal to the coil. It's this complete linear straight down and up motion which gives us the first clue as to which angle you should be aiming for. All the research and technology to achieve this motion so the needle can enter the skin as smooth and as clean as possible hasn't been made for the tattooist to then hold the machine at a weird angle and not utilise this perfect motion. By deviating the angle at anything other than 90 degrees starts to then throw problems up with regards to how effective the ink penetrates the skin and delivers it. The more you angle the needle, the more it begins to slice into the skin as opposed to just placing the ink into the skin nicely. The other benefit to holding the machine at 90 degrees is the fact that the tattooist has complete precision when tattooing the stencil. Now, you might not notice the lack of precision when tattooing a thick stencil with bold lines, but when you're faced with a super detailed stencil or even tattooing super fine script, the margin of error is massively reduced, and tackling the tattoo with a sloppy angle of entry could actually completely ruin the whole tattoo. So we know 90 degrees is the correct angle for the needle to penetrate the skin, so why do some people say it's 45 degrees? Well, I'm not saying 45 degrees is wrong, I'm not saying it's right, I'm saying it's acceptable. This is because it's just not always possible to hold your machine at 90 degrees. It could be because you're moving around a curved body part, but usually the main reason is down to visibility of the stencil. Some machines or grips are quite bulky, and it's just not practical to hold the machine at 90 degrees and be able to see the stencil properly. By angling the machine slightly at 45 degrees, will still allow the ink to penetrate the skin effectively, but also gives the tattooist better visibility of the stencil. Anything more than 45 degrees runs the risk of slicing the skin rather than tattooing it, and will therefore run a greater risk of a poor end result. So this is why 45 degrees is the acceptable angle, and 90 degrees is the correct angle of entry. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and if you did like it, it means the world to me if you take a second out right now, smash that like button, and it also lets me know what you guys are liking and where to steer the channel for future videos. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you've already subscribed, it's important to hit that notification bell, stay up to date with all my latest videos. With all that said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.